have here? Virginia Beach?
Where was that? That's Billy Murray, Dickie Murray.
No, I don't
That's
think
you.
Normandy.
Normandy? Billy Murray and Dickie Murray. Is that their father, Dick Murray?
Dick.
It's Normandy?
Yeah, they rented one year in Normandy or something.
So you were visiting them? I wasn't born yet, right?
Oh God, I can't remember that part.
This is before you went to Virginia Beach?
Yeah, Billy's 2 years older than me, so if he's under 2. Who's that?
Margin Everett.
And Rose.
And Rose.
Rose on the right.
Marge is the one that informed Bessie about George and me going out together.
That's Rosalie's
My Oldsmobile.
convertible?
What year,
That
Mom?
George got, I don't know. George made me get rid of it. It was only, I only had
What's that, George's Ford?
I only had it 18 months or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. He made me get rid of it.
Now where's this, Brinkerhoff?
That's in front of our apartment in Brinkerhoff. In other words, the woman...
That's Grandpa's car, I remember that one.
Yeah.
What year is that, do you know? Pre-World War
That's the
II.
Englewood apartment, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is Rosalie
that's coming out
and
the
Grandpa. It's George and
But you know-
Kathleen.
Yeah. Our babysitter. You know, like you said, Graham, this is World's Fair at night.
Where is it?
Flushing Meadows.
Oh, the first Flushing
1939
Meadows?
World's Fair?
I don't even think they had anything like that in the 60s. When was the last World's Fair? My kids were babies. In the 60s? 64, something like that? 65?
I went to it. Must have been, yeah, 64.
They didn't have anything like this there, did they?
Not like this. Nothing at night.
I guess that's fireworks.
Yeah.
First I thought it was fountains. Now, this is Auntie Annie and Aunt Bess.
Annie Murray. You know, so people, you know, anybody keeps these any length of time.
Maybe we'll write something. They look alike or not? No? Not at all?
No, I don't think so. But, you know, I lived with her after
After your mother died?
No, Bess gave up her job and came and kept house for me for about a year or so. And then we decided it was too much. And I rented the house. I went to live across the street with Auntie Annie and
This is Uncle George.
Uncle George and Aunt Anna up in Goshen. Well, I don't know whether this was in Goshen or not, but we went out one day and went to dinner and whatnot. I don't know. That's Grandpa's brother.
Right, there's Grandpa. And who's that?
Rose and Uncle George and Aunt Anna.
In Grandpa's car.
You used to stay overnight? Like, did you ever stay overnight when you used to do that? Go for drives?
That's Barbara and Grandpa.
And that's outside the apartment. You know, in Englewood.
It's George and Barbara. Is this going to be Barbara forever?
You know how it is. Who wants to go to see movies at Schmitt's?
This is Barbara in the bathtub. Barbara in the crib.
The little crib. She fell out of that one about 3 times before I got the big one.
Head first?
She was already walking before
Brain
you got the
damage
big
forever,
crib?
right?
Remember, but I know.
Poor Barbara.
Remember when George was taking these, showing these ones, he said how he kept switching the magazines because he didn't think the color was going to last So
Yeah.
he did sometimes the same scenes, one in color and then one in
Black and white.
because the color was new and he didn't think it was going to last.
That's Kathleen.
I think it is. It's not me.
Finally, they got her a crib. Learning to walk.
Yeah, in other words, it must have been like, see the leaves on the ground, it must have been in the fall. You were born in, so it's probably September, October.
She's upstairs then.
Kathleen.
How tall is she? She's a girl, huh?
She's white too.
Do you communicate with her still?
I did for years and years. I don't know where she is now.
Kathleen? How come these are so dark?
I can remember when her father died, she bought for a coat to, I don't know, whether it's my seal or to wear to the funeral.
Back in the little crib? Oh, these are the black and white ones that he took to see if probably. Because he didn't think the color would last?
Probably, yeah.
It's always, with movies, we're always given instructions. Wave your hand, do this, do that.
It's supposed to be my first birthday.
Yeah. And see the dozen red roses on the vase?
How come?
George sent those to me. To me, for your first birthday.
That's nice. He also made sure they got in the movie.
This is Rocking Horse number 1, right?
Yeah.
This is in Breakoff Manor,
And your beautiful buffet table that Donald has now, Rose.
Yeah, I think they had to keep telling me to rock the thing. Not like Valerie. Guess I didn't mind water. Who's doing that? You, Rosalie?
Yeah.
And you were pretty cooperative, always doing something. Very active.
Daryl was when Daryl learned to walk.
It's like you're doing ballet.
Instead of falling down, she'd run forward, and my God, by the time she finally fell, she was ready to kill herself.
Like, in other words,
This is Billy Murray again?
Billy. We didn't have the movie when you were like this,
Yeah.
I guess I bought it for George for
A trip?
Christmas or his birthday, or I can't remember.
You mean when I was first born, in other words?
Yeah. Like we have none of your christening, that stuff.
Yeah. Peekaboo?
We'd say, who's coming?
That's just stockings on me so I wouldn't catch cold?
Well, that was George. He insisted on that. And I kept saying, oh, God, they look so horrible. He'd say, I don't care.
Ready to cry there.
Hair's getting darker and longer.
Where's your nose? Where's your ear? Where's your...
Hair? clean.
Yeah, that was your first Easter. That was a pink.
So I was over a year old then. No, at first Easter and I'm walking already? Come on.
You walked for 10 months.
I was born in December. My first Easter, it was only about 4 months.
Oh, then it wasn't your first Easter.
I have curlers in my hair.
That was Kathleen. But you.
Yeah.
And that door you went in up before was into Marge's apartment, you know.
How much did
That's
Kathleen
my-
get paid, Rose? 25
That's
cents an hour?
Rose's Ford convertible. That,
You had to settle for.
no, or is that still my
No,
oldest?
that's the Ford.
That's Bess and Rose?
Yeah, and that's Butsy, Marcella's mother. You know, Auntie Annie's, one of Auntie Annie's sons. Izzy's brother,
Yeah.
Dick's brother, Kay's brother. That's Mrs. Marin, an old-time friend of Auntie Annie's, and she came out every year for a visit and stayed for about 3 weeks or so.
Where did she used to live?
She lived in New York City. Finally, at the end of her life, she lived out in,
Who's that, Butsy again?
that's Butsy, yeah. His name is James, but he was always called Butsy. George, I think George kept saying, don't do that to her. Izzy.
So that's before No More Tear shampoo?
You see, in the apartment, you had the regular sink up to the left, but you had the tub.
That must have been easy. To bathe, to shampoo. Looks like I didn't mind any of that stuff.
Well, you also had it so people, you know, it was really before the time that the average person had washing machines. You could wash clothes, you know what I mean? That's that stuff. Is that a fan on the wall?
Yeah, that's what it was. So when you're slaving over a hot sink, you just turn that on.
I wish I knew how old I was here. Yeah, for the,
This, no one can figure out whose dog this was, right? No one remembers.
Oh, he was a neighbor's dog. I forgot. In the apartment now.
What's the dog playing with?
One of your toys.
Ball? It's a ball. Wonder why I found so dark.
Looks like George switched to the color and didn't change. I think I should change the settings on the camera.
Perfectly.
Well, this is Hasbrook Heights. That lavatory was made when we remodeled the house. You know, it didn't have a lavatory.
Christmas. So what was I? Bet must have been 2 or 3 here. Because my birthday's around Christmas, so.
Did he use the tripod much, Mom? Do you remember? Or did he always hold it?
I got my main coat on there, I think.
Yep.
This is Virginia Beach.
First time we went?
Well, I don't know. Yeah.
That Aunt Bess under the umbrella?
Yeah, Grandpa went with his mom, and he went.
Who's standing?
It's Bess. Bess. And me sitting under the umbrella.
Barbara there?
Barbara. Evidently George was taking the picture. And that was Murray's right behind us, Art.
Oh, where we stay?
where we stay.
Have a bathing cap on? Is that what, something like that?
Oh, I had that might be the Hawaiian bathing suit I had for you. God, you wouldn't believe the people that came up and said, oh, gosh, she looked good. Where did you get that suit? I bought it. It had a grass skirt over the, you know. I bought it at Macy's.
There's dogs on the beach.
Was this off-season, Mom, or not? No?
No, so.
Because they used to let the dogs on the beach in those days.
I know one time we went to Virginia Beach, we went and had to go by train. It was a gas rationing.
Rosalie and Barbara. You know, brave shoes.
Before drain.
I must have been taking it out. That's George.
Now this is where Hasbrook's
This is
backyard.
Hasbrook's.
Has a canvas swimming pool.
It's a cute little thing with the shower that came through.
Looks like it has its own
Like a
Platform.
platform it has. Did that come with it?
Yeah, I think. Or maybe they made it, I don't remember.
They had 4 little corners to sit on too, right?
Yeah.
Good fingers that kids sit.
That's
Nancy.
Nancy Stock. Marge and Art
Saying my prayers.
lived next to us in Englewood, and they evidently had come over for a visit.
In a crib at that age yet? I look pretty old here. It's time for me to be in a bed, I think.
Well, I probably just decided there was no reason to get it.
But she used to let you keep the side down, see?
That's Georgiana. Doll.
She's pretty.
Wonder how old they're. Can you figure that out?
God, probably no.
Well, Valerie's not born yet, so
So,
must be.
you're gonna split up, boy, strap me in at night.
Oh, don't you remember those sleeping bags?
Yeah. What was the purpose? So I wouldn't become uncovered, or?
Yes.
Yeah. That must be Morty. Nobody could go to bed looking like that.
Bedhead.
That's George's car back there?
How many car garage? 2?
My house had 2-car garage, and then when we remodeled it, built a third, so we'd have a garage for each car.
What's that, a bucket of water?
Yes.
Easily amused.
What is that?
What is it?
Yeah, I don't even know what that is.
It's Barbara Schrupp.
Barbara Schrupp.
Is it David Schrupp on the swing?
I can't
Because they were twins.
Yeah. That's Gabrielle Brumage and Kay and Frank's
Barbara. Now,
older
Barbara
daughters.
looks younger here than she just looked in on some of those other pictures.
She was, I guess. I like this of me. I think I look nice.
You like that
You
hat?
kept that hat, I remember throwing that out in the 60s, Rose.
No, that was a different one.
I had a brown one and a... No, I guess that's the brown one.
Look at how little my hair got. How'd you get it to curl? Just set it? It was straight though,
I
wasn't it
guess I
really?
used to
It's before
put it up.
the days of the parades, anyway.
That fire engine went through all generations.
And the barber shop again.
I think that shot before.
You.
I think you and I, we were going to New York. I think I went on the bus.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember what for.
It was Grandpa, Barbara, and Barbara.
The wagon
And
did duty down even West Point Island, didn't it?
I don't remember ever bringing it down there. Maybe I had a different one. I know, I remember still using it though. That was ago.
where were the pony rides?
Well, I know there was pony rides that he took to you in Fairlawn someplace, you know, on Saddle River Road someplace, but, you know, then he took you also someplace for a ride one day. I can't remember, you know.
Was it Izzy, Barbara, and Chubby?
Izzy and Barbara and Chubby.
Now we know why they called it Chubby.
This was probably Easter morning. Here. And Izzy, you know, always outfitted that kid with all those clothes.
He was chubby. So this is down the shore, right? Ducks down the shore.
I
So
think
it must
it's
have been
on- I think it's on
1945
Bay
already?
Boulevard in La Valette,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Christmas carriage.
Yes. And you couldn't get new ones. That was bought through newspaper ads.
Yeah.
And we paid
This is Valerie.
$50 for it or something.
Who's that little girl there? Was this Valerie? Who were the godparents there? Who were the other people there? It's so dark. Valerie's godparents were who?
Bill, wasn't
Dickie Murray.
Dickie Murray and Izzy.
No.
It wasn't a bird, it was yours, you
Yeah.
know.
So this is Barbara and Valerie. Roberta and Jeff Ross were on. This is Valley down the shore. On Dixon
You
Drive.
know, when I look back on it, I think Izzy was put out that I didn't have her as your godmother because, you know, she was my only attendant at my wedding, you know.
George and Valerie. Is that me, Bart?
Yeah. Did anybody say that's 45 Dickman Drive?
It was Dixon Drive.
Yeah.
So we know him at least
5 or 6.
5. That's Valerie.
See the pretty flowers?
See how there's no house there? It's two. Did they fit 2 more houses in between there?
a different neighborhood. I think we just...
No, yes, we were. At that time.
Really?
They built two houses in between us and the house next door there.
That's McKay's. Look how the eyes have turned.
Because she liked cake. Did I ever have a haircut to this point?
Oh yeah, I took them. That might have been the thing. I took you to Best in New York a couple times to get your haircut. God, you know, when you come out, you look so gorgeous. They used to, it was that blow dry that they used to do.
Like they do today.
So curly, you know, and nice.
She liked your cake. She sure liked your cake. Everybody used to get so dressed up, right? They take birthday pictures and the hair on mine. I remember that toy.
Remember the Snoopy's?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think if you had one of those in good condition, they're worth something today.
A lot of those toys. That's still Rocking Horse #1, but it won't be for long. Right?
Yeah, I think so.
Remember the bar? Somebody put a bar, Daddy put a bar through the thing so she couldn't tip it over finally?
Yeah.
Bunny Rabbit. That's Chubby,
Yeah.
Valerie, and Barbara.
That's in uniform. That's Danny Murray Marcella's brother.
Who's the girl?
I think Claire is there.
Valerie could not walk too well yet.
This is in Hasbrook Heights still, right?
Oh yeah.
No, this is in Glen Rock 37.
Yeah.
This is Frank Burbidgen and Kay Brummagem with Donnie.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny. I guess that's in the church. And did you have lights or was it dark?
I didn't go, you know. I think today mothers go.
Yeah. Who's that, is he?
That's it.
Yeah. So Valerie's only like 16 months there or something like that. What are they 15 months or 16 months apart?
February.
There's a
June.
new rocking horse for Valerie. She loved her rocking horse. Donnie. So right now, Donnie's 6 months old, I guess.
Yeah, June to December.
So I must have just turned 7.
He looked big. Was he big? 6 months, huh?
I'm trying to think. Did we used to think he had a big head for his body?
3, right?
Now that, see that little outfit Valerie has on?
Yeah.
That was the first winter outfit I bought for you. I bought it in Best's. It had beaver trim on it,
Oh, yeah.
and a little pom-pom of beaver on the hat and around.
And Loretta Murray made those 2 hats.
Yeah, oh, the other, those white with the, but that, you wore that outfit.
So this
Valerie wore it, and then I gave it to Pat and Betty Ann
this
wore
is
it.
Valerie's 2nd birthday, so Donnie is like 8 months. And I'm 7. This is in Glen Rock, right? Yeah. Donnie was always in Glen Rock.
Yeah, he was born.
Donnie was much more agile than Valerie.
He was born a couple of 3 weeks or so after we moved in.
Yeah.
To Glenrock.
What was that like moving when you were 9 months pregnant? You have to do much?
That as being bad.
Donnie's birthday. Whose birthday is that now, dear? Valerie's
It's Valerie's
second?
When did Grandpa die? Do you remember?
1948.
So this
May
is-
of 48.
So this was probably close to right before he died, right?
Maybe a year. If I was 7, that was 1947, so. Whose birthday was it? Another year, a year and a couple of months later he died. So he liked to rock too. This is my 1st grade classmates, I think.
Yeah.
Or was it 2nd grade I
Bonnie
had this party? I
decided
think
to
this
give
must
you
have
a
been my
party.
8th birthday.
Everybody on the street had birthday parties every year.
That was Marilyn. Marilyn, we should show this to Marilyn.
This is the blizzard of 48.
48. Well, those birch trees came back up after it melted.
But like, we had another storm since then, and they've never come up back. And of course, now they're all half dead.
Valerie and I have sister bathing suits.
I wonder whose dog that is.
I think it's public dock, no?
Is that the real estate office right behind you?
No, I don't think so. I think it's a public dock.
That was a public dock
Yeah.
on the island?
How do we get back to winter so fast? What? That must be the same storm as before.
Yeah, he just edited, he left them in, that's
Right.
in at the wrong spot. It's a front yard with all those birch trees.
Yeah.
And aren't you walking on top of the snow? Isn't the snow all
the
frozen?
snow's way deep, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's because there was ice, you can see it, it's probably
the
ice on
trees.
top of the snow.
Yeah.
This is Helen and George Metz.
Helen and George Metz. Aunt Anna's daughter and Uncle George's stepdaughter. And that's Doris Metz and her husband Bill Menzies when they got married. She's Helen Metz's daughter.
And what, you stood up for them?
Yeah. He was home on leave or something, and I don't know what.
Is Grandpa's rowboat? And Rosalie and Barbara?
I can't even understand why she didn't have her sister, because, I don't remember all the ramifications, but I don't know, maybe.
There's the bow bar. Still can't get over all the empty lots in Galloway. But it was, what was that, 1948, something like that, do you think, or even before that?
That's us taking off on our cruise on the America.
Yeah. That's what, Dickie, Billy,
And Dick, their
Dick.
father,
Bess,
Auntie Annie, my
No.
aunt. Yeah, Auntie
Yeah.
Annie, and
and who was the woman?
it was Kay, wasn't it?
Uh,
And no, that's Marge and Martin Stock. Marge and Art Stock waving to us. I'm sure they were over to see us all too.
where were you going?
Just 4 stops: Cuba, St. Thomas, San Juan, and Haiti.
Was I already born for this one? You went away when after?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, these aren't in order.
On the ship at night, you know.
Were they dancing?
Something, well, it was probably the Haitian dancers or something, but you can't even see them. These Haitian dancers were going back to Haiti, having done a tour or something in the United States.
Fun and games on the cruise?
Yeah, and that was, that guy's name is Sharp or something. He lived in Ramsey or someplace, I can't remember.
Do you know what island this is?
No,
It's Rosalie, who's the guy?
we'll be going around with two other couples, I think, or something like that. You see how they have the flag in the United States painted on that because the war had, you know, was on in Europe.
Yeah. And so we were neutral, and in that way they
Yeah.
wouldn't shoot the ship or sink the ship?
I think it was the last trip it made or something.
Did you take, do you have still pictures of these cruises and stuff? Did you take your
I
camera?
have some, I don't know.
Who's that?
Well, that's... Well, I know one of them is... This one woman was traveling with this guy. He was a gigolo, whatever. You know. And what was the other couple? You know, when we went ashore, we did things together.
What's this, downtown?
And this is visiting the Krauses from Asbrook Heights.
They lived here?
Yeah, they lived in Haiti. I forget whether he was in the, you know, whether he belonged to the consul or whatever in that, but he was also a writer. And they invited us to their home for lunch.
Is that
I know
George and
this is
Rosalie?
Havana,
Yeah.
someplace. And that's some San Susie or some famous nightclub. And if George was here, he'd say, that's the Ward Baking stayed home.
The what?
I think one of these was the Ward. Well, you don't remember that, but the Ward Baking Company was a big baking company in my day, like Wonder Bread is today,
Oh.
and Arnold or something. Well, the Ward.
Are these the other ladies that you were with?
Yeah, yes,
You in the middle?
yeah,
This is the bullfight. This is in Havana too?
yeah.
Did they kill the bull here in Havana or?
I don't know. Well, I mean, that wasn't any that day. I could have skipped that. I was just in that, the man on the moon.
Doesn't look like it's very crowded.
How much gambling did you do?
I don't think we did anything, and we were in nightclubs where they had gambling. Now George wasn't about that. See, now we're in the grandstand. You're looking at the people that are just dancing around the ring.
Oh, way over there, those things you were in?
No, but the shot before that,
Yeah.
you could see that. I think this is go into a rum factory. And you know, they feed you free drinks, hoping you'll
By their room.
buy their rum. And I think this is the outdoor cafes at night with the bands, you know, playing outside. The sidewalk is down. I think that's the boat at night. George was always economical about his film. He never run it for a few seconds and say, I guess that's enough of that.
Yeah, this must be, is this fish jumping? Yeah.
The dolphins are running with the boat.
Yeah.
Deck tennis featuring Rose and George. Look at the athletic ability, Rose. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
you always led us to believe that you were clutch, Rose. You're doing pretty good. She dropped it. Who's that?
Will Ivers. That was Will Ivers behind the wheel of the boat.
Who's that?
This is George on his,
Surfboard.
what do they call it now? They don't call it surfboard.
We called it a surfboard.
No, it's there's another name for it. I can't
He
think
inherited it with this bow bar too, didn't he?
of it. Yeah, this is
Came
the,
with the
it might have
boat.
been, yeah.
'Cause I
We
know there
call
was-
these things surfboards.
I think they're called ski boards.
Really?
This is one of the
Barnegat Inlet picnics?
yeah, one of the Down Bay Cruise picnics. Looks like a West Point Island picnic. They used to have two of them. Didn't
Kevin,
the yacht
that's
club?
Kevin.
The yacht club used to have them too. That's Durr's boat, and that's
the Barnegat
Hanson's boat, and the Val Bar. Da da da.
Who's that?
And Barbara.
That's me. That's Valerie. Barbara. Arlene.
Gary
Gary
Watson and
and
Kevin.
Donnie and Kevin. And Georgie in the background.
Yeah, I think Georgie.
Tommy Tatum in the background also, I think. No?
No, that was.
The blonde? No.
That was either Skip or Chip Hansen.
Barbara. Who's the woman sitting in the
Is
chair?
that Irene Derrick?
Irene Derrick. Donald. Tom Tatum. Kevin.
Watson.
Yeah. Tom Tatum.
Tom Tatum.
Kevin and who?
It's
Georgie?
Georgie. What was the last
I
name?
love this one.
Bernard.
This is all four of us.
Alvarez.
Oh no, it isn't. So it's Alvarez. You're missing them.
Valerie, Donnie, and Kevin. I don't even remember dogs like this.
I think this is off season too because
Yeah.
we're all dressed warm. You can see.
I
The
still can't
green
get over
Merc.
those ducks. Is that Kevin?
And Kevin, yes. There's the Durs boat again.
Another cruise down the bay.
Yep.
The Nautilus
Tatum's famous Nautilus.
with Judy driving.
Piloting.
Pilot.
Skippering.
At the helm.
Hans's boat.
Gene and Joan.
The second. Third.
This has got to be the mid-50s. It's like around 1955, I guess, right?
Barbara. But who's that? Patty Gilroy? Patty Gilroy next to me. Patty
Druckton.
Druckton and Valerie. Donald, Kevin, Loretta. Aren't you
Rose.
lucky, Kevin?
Loretta Garrison. She loved me.
Who's that behind me?
That was all on the back of the Valbor.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know who is sitting behind me.
Can't see any. There's Tom Tatum way back there, waving. Bill Kordoff.
Yeah,
The famous Marlin. Is that Donald and Valerie?
Mm-hmm.
Donald, Valerie, and Barbara.
And Barbara. There's George.
Bill Herring.
George is back to us. Now George is on the right.
Ritterbush.
Bush.
Bill Herring.
Ritterbush on the left, Bill Herring, Eddie Stevenson, and George.
Eddie would like to see these.
Can't even see.
Loretta again. Donald.
Dottie Corder.
Dottie Kordoff, Gary Garrison. Oh, the famous.
Loretta.
What do they call this
Freddie
band?
Cole.
Mom?
Cole.
Is that Eddie Stevenson, the
Bucket.
third one?
Gutbuck. No, they called it the. What kind of band was it?
That's Marion.
The Mary
It's outside this was at Zabransky's.
Picnic, right? Party outside
Yeah.
Sobransky's house. There's Sylvia. Sylvia Tatum.
That looks like Paul's anchor back there.
Is that Gary? There's Gary Garrison again.
Tom Tatum.
Tom Tatum. Phew, George is really...
Tom Tatum and Nelson.
Helen
Miss
Sobransky, Rosalie,
Rosalie.
Dottie Kordoff.
Who's that?
Carol Coles. No. Oh, I know.
Diane.
Diane
Cordoff.
Cordoff.
Yep.
Gary Garrison keeps sneaking into these
Tom
pictures
Tatum
all the
again.
time.
This is what, Beverly's Georgie?
Yeah. Georgie Jasek.
Yeah. Is that West Sobransky at the end of the thing? It is.
That's Sobransky's first boat. And the Coronado.
Susie Q.
What was the name of the Bev? What was the name of their big boat? There's our house, the Lord's house, the Danker's house.
The Rose House, then the Danker's
Oh, the Rose house and then the Danker house, right. And then the Sobransky house.
And before,
There's the Sobranskys with Georgie.
Georgie
But
King
before
Green
the
Line Grill.
Dank-
Here comes Captain Reed in the Big A.
Jane.
Jane Reed.
Freddie Coles.
Bill Kortoff.
Freddie Coles again. Donnie and
It was
Valerie.
somebody's birthday, no doubt.
There were 3 candles, I think.
Must be Valerie's. What all Valerie's brother? Patsy
Patsy
Talbot.
Talbot.
Who's the baby? Richie Talbot. Is that me?
He's the kid who always had snot running out of his nose, right?
Yeah.
I don't believe you said that. Valerie's 3rd birthday. See if she still likes cake. She never was good at blowing out candles.
Let's see if Donald, oh yes, but Donald's talented. Face
Donald
making
would
and
rather
stuff.
play than Janice
Mr.
Clark,
Clark.
Mr. Clark, George.
And we think this is you behind the boat, right?
Me?
I think so.
Oh, I should have brought you my movie.
This is Valerie's kindergarten graduation.
Did Pat wrap
Valerie's next to the priest.
Next. These are, we couldn't pick the flowers. We only had to make believe. George wouldn't let us pick them. Who's that? Who's the guy? It's Barbara, Donnie, Val. Who is it?
That's-
Hattie Gilroy and
This-
Jeffrey Cant.
Yes.
Who's
Okay.
that? Who is Jeffrey
And
Cant?
the 3 of us.
Yes,
Jeffrey
they're
Cant
the people
was,
that caught up
I
for
used to
the
have a
house
crush
front.
on.
Oh.
That's me and Valerie. Wait till she sees this. Rosalie never bought her bathing suit with a top. She always complained.
Do you know that mattress I had that when I was a kid? That lasted a long time.
That's
Except they
Donald's.
had holes in it when I got it.
Talking about the cans, we owned lots next to the courthouse house.
Yeah, I remember that. That's
And
Donnie.
the cans of the,
You sold it to them?
no, they talked us into buying the lots. Then when we were
This
gonna,
is my confirmation, and I'm the first one. Joyce
Union.
Burrell is next to me. Confirmation.
You wore that for confirmation?
Uh-huh. That's the first time I had to wear stockings, and I had a garter-belt, and I hated it to hold the damn stockings.
doesn't look as though you have stockings.
I did. I think they were white stockings, as a matter of fact. Who's that? Did I have a sponsor? That's you?
Me.
No, it's not.
Didn't I have a
Yes,
sponsor?
it is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's
Neil-
Kay. Kay was
That's
my
Kay.
sponsor.
Neil was my sponsor, wasn't he, Barbara?
Yeah. That's Donnie. Must have a new bike.
And Donald swore that he only had training wheels on to make Rose feel better, but he really didn't need him. Just that she was worried.
That's Donald and one of his many cat whistles. And this is, I think it's Valerie's first communion. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was Valerie's.
But didn't we have any of your first communion?
I don't know.
You were saying that was...
That's Valerie there.
Yeah.
She looks like a boy.
Aunt Bess always said Valerie plotted. And that was because I didn't give her dancing lessons like I gave Barbara.
Now, this is Kevin. And who's
That's
that with?
Joe.
Joe
Joe
Frost,
and
Joe
Pat.
Pat. And that's Valerie, Betty Ann, Barbara, Vinnie,
Vinny.
and Donnie.
Using the famous croquet set.
And this is Kevin.
Now wait, I
No
think
rocking horse for
that was
Kevin?
the slip cover that was originally on the maroon sofa, Mom?
Yeah.
Did you ever not use the slip cover? So like the maroon
Yeah.
sofa wore out with
In
the
the
slip covers
beginning,
on
I
it.
used to just put the slip cover on in the summer.
That thing was horrendous by the time I got rid of it.
Was that Kevin's birthday, maybe?
Yeah, it looks it.
You didn't get cake?
No, I got cake. They got me in one birthday. The first birthday I got cake, that was it.
That's all four.
Now here's Donald showing his acting talent,
Donnie
starting
will make faces the whole time.
with his knickers.
Donnie's making more faces. Donnie's rolling his eyes. Oh, Kevin finally gets to rock.
George was yelling at me because by this time film was so expensive, and if I wasn't rocking, we were wasting the film.
Let's see if Valerie still likes cake. Hopefully he's gonna be good home. That's me. Rosalie.
Hold on. Or
Shit.
that's Valerie, right?
Yeah.
Donald.
That's our
Oh,
dock.
that's me.
Well, yeah.
That's Kevin.
Yeah, but that's...
Donald.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's our dock in front of
Yeah, our own house.
75 Persian. Okay, now this is the last film that George took in the camera, which I found later, long time later, and had it developed, but it didn't come out too well. This is one of somebody's boat. That's Durr's new boat, and that was Tatum's boat, and this
God.
is the Adventurous.
Can't see anything.
So it must be another cruise.
Down the Bay Cruise.
Yeah. But this is like left in the camera like 15 years.
Who's that? Can you tell?
Oh, this is okay. Then I finished it. This is Val and Mike coming home for the holidays.
Oh, when they had the
Yeah,
kids.
that's
Okay,
Brian.
that's Brian.
Yeah.
Devin? No.
George and somebody. George and Brian. Brian, Michael and Valerie, who's pregnant, and George. And I finished the film hadn't been finished. So, oh, there's
That's
Daryl and Renee.
Does this get any better?
No.
No. It's more Daryl.
Poor George. Knew how he wasted
Well, this
his
is
money.
the Super 8 movies. This is Hunting Island, right, Ma?
Yeah.
You and Val, was you, George, Val, and Mike, right, at Hunting
Yeah.
Island? And then I guess Brian was little then? But Devin wasn't born?
Yeah, I think it.
That's Brian with the diaper on. This is the raccoon attacking the garbage pail, right?
And that's where the cat...
Peed on the chair in the house.
chair. What was it? George sat down on it.
Oh wait, this is the cat that George thought was so great and was going to take home, right? Until he found out that it peed in the house. Wild cat that
That's
remained
a
wild.
garbage. See the raccoon in the garbage pail? You using lights to take these movies, do you know?
Yeah, I think he was. You can see the reflection on the garbage can, but he probably didn't get close to them. It was Valerie and Brian.
Is that where you live?
That's the house.
That's the house. And it's right on the ocean?
Yeah.
Now, were these the famous Craig and Kevin? No.
Not yet.
That's where Valerie lived in
Valerie
Aiken?
lived. It was an apartment.
Was this Aiken? This wasn't, or Columbia?
Now this,
That was Columbia, wasn't it, I think? This is home at 37 for the holidays again. It's Michael,
Rose.
Rose, and Valerie.
That was, who went in before that? I thought it was me. Here's Brian.
yeah.
Valerie's still pregnant there? Or is
Yeah.
that just a big sellout? Yeah. That's
Yeah.
The Darrow. We had been to Myrtle Beach because the girls had Myrtle Beach sweatshirts on. What's her name? Late 60s? Daryl looks about. That's her second grade hairdo, I think.
You know, when I see the pictures of her when she was little,
Who?
Dal, it reminds me of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
Everybody jump on the bed. That was my bed. Well, that was my bed when I lived there.
It's a back bedroom.
Daryl and Renee. I don't know. I don't think so.
Well, Dal saw me over the other night. Remember Christmas?
Was she
was
here?
here. She
We didn't finish watching them, did we? Oh, yeah, we did.
She enjoyed
This
it.
is the Craig, no, that's Daryl.
I think it said, yeah, something about, that was Devin's, his first birthday. Maybe it was his christening party or something.
George, Neil,
Donald.
Donald. Definitely a 60s kid now.
Sideburns.
Who's
That's
that?
Irene Third.
Huh?
And this is one of their
Somebody's
big
boat.
boats.
Irene Herring.
Oh, Irene Herring, okay. The Herring's boat, right?
Sabransky.
Alan Sabransky.
Who's that?
And Rose. That was Rose. And this is the camera being tilted backwards.
Who's that?
Irene Derrick.
Yeah, Loretta,
Sylvia.
Gary,
Jane Sabransky.
Sabransky.
Who was the guy?
The Mullers were on that trip. People that bought our
Where'd you
house.
go that day? That was Bill Herring.
Just think, I can't remember.
These
but
are terrible movies. You can't see anything.
And George was panning too quick. You were pretty heavy there, Rose.
I told you I was 150 pounds.
Oh my gosh. Tatum's boat.
Tom Tom.
That's
Eddie's house.
boat. Eddie's
No, it's
sailboat?
not Eddie's boat. I think it
Cole's
was,
sailboat, no?
yeah, I think it's either Cole's or
Bernie's.
Bernie Borelli's.
Whose
It's
boat
a
was
snow
At
goose.
Winkleman's.
Yeah,
Winkleman's snow goose.
can't read the back.
There was Hanson's house and Watson's house.
Von Bulow's, which Bernie Borelli finally bought.
You're taking from the boat.
Yeah, it's from Donald's boat.
This is many years later, Don took this bridge.
I took these.
That's the bridge.
It's Wiles' house.
That was Ross's house.
And Ritterbush's house. And Radcliffe's house.
That's Arlene's house back there.
These were taken long
Four
after we
Roses.
sold.
That's
and
our house.
Our house. And the Lord's house. Right up one.
Sabransky. Our house.
Yeah, it's faded a little.
Cordos.
No, that's the one next to Porter's.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Oh, yeah. That's
There's a lot of the new ones being built.
That's the one, yeah, that cost so much money.
Yacht Club.
Club.
Lavalette Yacht Club. That's Brian in the boat with
Donald and Brian, right?
Mm-hmm. Tatum's house.
Who's that?
There's Tommy Tatum.
That was our first house, you know.
I've seen it.
But of course, it didn't have all those additions on it. She's in the hospital again. God, it's sad.
That's the Schmitt house. Doris's. That's Devin. Renee, Daryl,
Darryl.
and Brian.
Brian.
Brian's gonna try to take Donnie's place. Short.
Too short. Craig. This is my Disneyland, Disney World trip to Florida back in '76.
Cinderella's Castle. That's what was there. Who's this? What ride?
We weren't on it. I was just taking a picture. I don't know what that's the. It's the thing that went around the castle.
Disneyland? No.
Disney World.
Craig and Mark.
And his friend Pluto. This is one of the famous night scenes that didn't come out on film. We have a lot of the Schmitt famous night scenes that just didn't turn out
That's
too well.
the contemporary, though.
It wasn't just George, it was you too.
Cinderella's Castle? Maybe.
I can't remember. I don't even remember hardly anything about Disney World.
Did you really?
Talking about haircuts, if Linda ever saw those ones with you with it.
Yeah. How long did the fireworks go on, Kevin?
They were excellent.
They never liked fireworks.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
Oh,
This is Kevin and Craig.
Did you, Kevin?
Yeah, this is Schmidt
That's
Tanner
correct.
Productions.
That's Craig.
That's Greg.
Are we all going to get this on our film?
You don't want it?
I think we do.
Sure you do. Why cut it off?
When was this then?
When'd you do this, Kevin?
I just got my license, so I guess it was 1969.
Remember those things?
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I think of this, I remember the ball, so the incident with the ball more than anything else. Craig bounced it wrong.
There's the faces that were real big.
Focus, out of focus.
Just like this. The lip.
The lip. I have to send him a clip of this one.
That was our next door neighbors.
See all the cars back there, Linda? He once came up to my brother and said, Don, how much you want for your car? You know, it's one of his junks that he left in the driveway for about 2 years, you know? And it was worth nothing, but Donald goes, 500! The guy goes, come on, you're crazy! And he walks away.
He meant he'd pay him something to
He'd
get
give
it
him
out of
anything
there.
just to get it out of the driveway. And Donald goes, $500.
What's this?
It's me on a lawnmower. I used to do record time with that lawn. 10 minutes max.
Do it.
famous Anglia versus lawnmower race. George was driving the Anglia.
It's your car, isn't it?
That's my first car, yes.
Barbara's first car, which was donated to me.
No, who's racing the train?
Nobody's racing the
Nobody?
train. This was just a picture of it.
They were all over town that day.
What's this?
Two people playing tennis.
How do you do that?
Is that in Craig's house?
That was my room. The chicken hat. I love this chicken head hat.
Can't even see
I'm
it.
glad you told us it was chicken. Oh, is it in a slicker?
The rain, yeah, it's a rain hat.
You know there is a little yellow slicker
That's probably it.
rain hat up in the closet yet.
Don't throw it out.
Now I know it went to a yellow slicker that somebody had at one time, but the slicker isn't there anymore.
Oh, they're good you.
And where'd you go, Duck Pond?
Yeah, these things attacked us. They said no pictures today. We kept filming anyway.
Now what are you sitting on?
Nothing. Right? Nothing. Skateboard?
Nothing.
Johnny Nanges.
Oh my goodness. You had a ball when you saw these for the first time.
How fast you get these back? I bet you go back within a week, right?
Oh, yeah. That's Lee Shapiro doing a dance. That's the fastest Mrs. Coward ever got out of her car and into her garage in record time.
Does she know you were filming her? There's George. And Craig. George looks heavy there.
What was he doing? Picking up
The weeds, of
twigs?
course. What else?
Twigs?
Is that it?
The end.
Dun, 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 dun.
Duet.
That's it.